Hi, welcome to another 3-minute photo thought. In my last video about photographer Cole Thompson, and I'm going to leave a link to that up above, we talked a lot about vision. And it got me thinking, could this be the best time in photographic history in terms of being able to most easily express one's own personal artistic vision? I think that in the pre-digital era, photography probably required more technical expertise than currently. I mean, you had to be able to get a correct exposure. You had to be able to oftentimes manually focus. There was autofocus, not as good as there is today. But I think there's little question that, for example, slide film is far less forgiving in terms of exposure than modern digital sensors. But that's the technical aspect of photography. That's not vision. That's not style and expression. So, in the pre-digital era, how did you express your vision? Well, a lot of it was in composition within the camera. But that's not to say there wasn't vision expressed in post-processing either. If you doubt this, take a look at the work of Jerry Uelsmann and Freeman Patterson. If you're not familiar with them, I'm going to leave a link to some of their work down in the video description, because certainly people like them, photographers like them, and others, certainly others, expressed a lot of their vision in post-processing even before the digital era. But I think there's few that would argue that that type of post-processing expression was more difficult than it is now. On the other hand, perhaps it's just a little bit too easy in the digital era. I mean, you go into Lightroom, you click on a preset, and you have something. But is that really vision, or is that maybe a gimmick, or even the latest gimmick? It can be very alluring to get that quick answer and that quick result. And to some extent, I think it inhibits our own pursuit, or it can inhibit our own pursuit of the way we imagine things, the way we would like to have style, and the way we would like to express our vision. It doesn't have to, but I think it can. So I personally am not the biggest fan of presets. I enjoy taking an image and sort of working my way through and discovering a path through it, although frankly sometimes I'm not entirely sure where exactly that path is going to lead. I mean, I'm not saying I never use presets for ideas. Sometimes, I might scroll through some just to get some ideas of different ways an image might look. But in short, I think at least if you're going to go into Lightroom and not plan to just click and be done, but you're going to experiment, I think that's a good way to at least start discovering and thinking about your own vision. So in summary, I think discovering and understanding your vision in the digital era is certainly no easier than finding it and discovering it in the analog era. At least that's my opinion. However, I think once you have found your voice, it's perhaps easier in the digital era to express it in the final image. What do you think? If you're so inclined, leave a comment below and we can discuss it. I'm Howard, and this channel is about introducing viewers to photographers who inspire, to discussing all sorts of photographic topics, and to enhancing creativity with Photoshop and printing tutorials. If those topics seem interesting to you, I'd certainly appreciate your supporting the channel by clicking that subscribe button below. We'll see you next time.